Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't already know me, I'm Stacey and I'm a young mummy over here on YouTube. Today I'll be doing my questions and assumptions for you all. If you would love to get on a board of the questions and assumptions for the future videos that I make, be sure to check out my Instagram, which is linked below. And first off, I want to say I have the questions written down. I have the questions written down on here and little notes to make sure I get to the point. Yeah, let's get into it. So starting off, I will do my questions. Also, I'm gonna turn this into a little mukbang and eat my lunch while they gave me a fork too. I answer these questions and assumptions. This is just a grilled chicken and pasta salad from Soul Origin. So excited, I'm so hungry on top of it. So the first question that I got was, what do you plan on doing for a career once your children are grown up? So in an earlier vlog I told you, I think it was my 15 questions about me, I told you all that I have a Cert 3 in childcare, but obviously I'm a stay-at-home mum now. So whether I want to go back to that, it's still a deciding point. At the moment, it's a very big no. I love spending time with my children. I don't want to miss a thing while they are still very young. And Jaxon still has 2 years left before he goes to primary school. So childcare at the moment is a no point for me. It could be a future point, but I also think I need to look outside the box, and for that, to answer your question, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do as a full-time career after my children go back to school. So, yeah. So the next question I got asked is, are you focusing on certain things in your vlogs? Yes, I will be, eventually. As I am new to this, obviously it's starting off and trial and error, but I have set a routine that I would eventually like to start doing. So Monday to Wednesday I will film parts of the day where me and my children are doing stuff or cleaning and whatnot. So those times will be more me and my children, so what we do on a daily basis, etc. On Fridays I'll film more sit down chats, hauls and stuff like that, because my children are in care on Friday. And over the weekend I will film family, so that's Nevaeh, Jaxon, me and Robert, so that will be more the family vlogs. The next question is, how did you and Robert meet? Okay, me and Robert met on Facebook. So when we were in year 7 or 8, I think it was year 8, my best friend moved to his high school and they started dating for a day or two. And back then, typical 12-y, I was like, he's dated my best friend, I need to know about him, just to make sure. So I added him on social media, and I had him on social media up until year 11. And then it wasn't until year 11 we actually started talking, and then my best friend and him actually became best friends as well. And then on my 17th birthday, I invited him to my birthday dinner at Hooters. That was our first official meeting point, and then a week later we started dating. So we were I was 17, he was 16 at the time, and yeah, we've been dating ever since. And now I'm sorry about my birds if you can hear them. And now we're both 23. So yeah. Where have you travelled? Nowhere. I'm kidding. I've travelled to Hamilton Island for our honeymoon. I've been to Queensland a couple times. I've been to South Australia, I think once or twice. Once when I was a baby and once when I was like in year 6. And then other than that, I've gone to like stuff around Australia. I've never left Australia, which is unfortunate, but I will get there eventually one day. But yeah, that's basically all the places I've travelled. What do you love most about being a mum? Good question. Let me dwell on it for a minute. I think the thing I love most about being a mum would have to be the love you have for such a small human being. I love the cuddles. I love watching them grow in general and seeing the amount of trust they have in myself and my husband. It's those little precious memories and moments I love the most about it. How do you grocery shop smart saving wise? Well, I'm the budgeter in my household. I basically write a list of what we're having throughout that week. Say we're getting dinners for 5 days. I'll write down 5 different meals, and then those ingredients that I need, if I have it in the cupboard or the fridge, they won't go on the shopping list. But if I don't, they'll go on the shopping list. And I also budget by setting a limit of money. So I set, basically every week we set $150 for our food shop, breakfast, dinners, lunches and snacks, and then other household items. But say on the times that we need nappies, which is technically once a fortnight, we then budget an extra $10 to $15 in our budget. What was your wedding like? It was amazing. Pure amazing. It was so me and Robert. It was very small, intimate. It was just amazing. There was a few hiccups at the wedding, I must admit that. We actually had a groomsman run away. So, yeah. But other than that, it was pure amazing. I loved it. Do you have pets? Yes, I have 4 birds. I got them recently. What was your last name before marriage? Slee. SLEE. What's your favourite song? I don't have a favourite song. I like music. If it has a good beat to it and tune or catchy lyrics, that's my kind of song. What is your children's current obsession? Jaxon's is cars. He's a very big car lover, which Robert loves. He also loves Paw Patrol. And Nevaeh is into LOLs and JoJo Siwa. What was your childhood dream to be when you grew up? It was either a hairdresser or a teacher. So the next question is, what are some cleft lip and palate tips and facts? So for those of you who are unaware, my son Jaxon actually was born with a cleft lip and gum notch. So it's actually a video I will be making in upcoming videos, so stay tuned for that. But some cleft facts. I can only really speak for the lip side of things. Jaxon didn't have a cleft palate. He only had the cleft lip and gum notch. So some cleft facts that I will be sharing with you all. And obviously this question came from a friend of mine. So fact number 1 is there is unknown reasons to why a cleft happens. But some of the reasons can be it's in one or both of the parents' genes. The mother has come into contact with a virus, even if it's unknown. It can be contributed from drugs and alcohol. I think it's alcohol. Don't hold me to account for that one. Fact number 2 is the opening of the cleft could be a very small slit, or it can be a very large slit that goes up through the nose. Fact number 3 is it can cause some problems with feeding. So with Jaxon, it didn't necessarily cause any problems, but we had 2 different special bottles that he was able to feed from, but he was breastfed, so his feeding was perfect. But I could only feed on the left side. When I tried to feed on the right side, it didn't. He would just get lots and lots of gas and be sick, so I mainly fed from my left side. But yeah, there is special bottles you can get for cleft bubs. I will probably show you those, if I still have them, in my future videos when I make a video about this. The next fact is you can find out about this at your 20-week scan. For me, this wasn't the case. It didn't happen like that. The lip forms between the 4th and 7th week of your pregnancy. Ear surgery is available in the first 12 months of the baby's life. So children born with a cleft may need other treatments such as special dental, orthodontic care, or speech therapy. And the last fact I have for you guys is the types of clefts that I'm aware of is incomplete unilateral, complete unilateral, incomplete bilateral, and complete bilateral. So they're the 4 that I'm aware of. But yeah. And for those of you who are wondering, Jaxon was born with a left unilateral complete cleft lip and gum notch. That was a very big thing to say. But yeah, that's all the questions I have. So next thing is the assumptions. So the first assumption, I only have 3 of these, so it will be very short. You were scared when you found out you were pregnant at a young age. Oh yeah, I was. The next assumption is you want more children. Yes, me and Robert have discussed this and we would like 1 more. Then the third and final assumption is your littlest sister is amazing. Yes, she is pretty amazing. Not as amazing as me, but she is pretty amazing. That is all my questions and assumptions for you guys. I hope you really enjoyed this. If you want to get upon this questions and assumptions in future videos, don't forget to head over to my Instagram and give me a follow, because that is where I ask you guys for questions like these. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.